Let's keep going. let's walk in. You want to tell me what we're walking into? All right, let's take a look.
All right. What you're getting ready to step onto is LC 130. This is aircraft 95, so it's one of our newest ones that we have. It's built in '92. So cockpit looks a little bit more modern than some of our older ones. Our oldest one we fly is a 1973.
Wow. All right.
So, yeah, let's see.
All right, let's check it out. All right, flight deck. Nice. All right. So it's December 5th, 2012. We're at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station in Antarctica with the crew here. You guys, you want to introduce yourselves, please?
Major Matt Johnson. I'm pilot with the 109th Airlift Wing, so fly LC-130s.
All right, pilot.
Senior Airman Dan James. I'm a loadmaster with the unit. Same unit.
Look at me.
Tech Sergeant Joel Sainsbury. I'm the flight engineer, sit right in the center here, and system specialist, layman's terms for that.
All right. So I had three questions for you guys, and first I thought maybe you could explain to me what the just the basics on the C-130. What kind of plane we're sitting in here?
We're in a C-130 that most people see around the world. We operate as a turboprop 4-engine airplane.
Okay.
And take off here about 155,000 pounds. All cargo, fuel, people, anything in, anything out for the Antarctic program.
All right. Nice. And this is a fairly legendary plane, right? How long has it been in service?
Been in service since the 50s and 60s technologies we always talk about.
It's been around
Late,
forever.
yeah, late 50s, early 60s, when you had the C-130A models,
right.
3-bladed props.
So this is one of the latest models, the H3 is what we're actually on today.
H3, okay. But this is an LC-130.
This is an LC-130 equipped with skis.
Right.
So one of the only 10 in the world.
What is special about this for colder climates in the Antarctic?
Go ahead, engineer.
Well, the biggest thing is it's a basic C-130 with skis attached to it and a little bit larger reservoir on the utility side for hydraulics due to the demand of the extra hydraulics for operating the skis. As far as any changes for the climate, another regular C-130, a wheeled C-130 will operate in these cold conditions, but they just won't have wheels, they don't have skis. So.
Right.
But the biggest thing is this is just a basic C-130, but outfitted with skis, so we can operate on the ice and snow. But our biggest thing with maintenance with our squadron is how they prepare the airplane before we fly. There's a lot of preparation to get this thing ready, so when it's really cold soaked, like this is right now, being broken.
Freezing.
Well, not broken, but
delayed.
Delayed, exactly. So you don't get any hydraulic leaks, oil leaks, and problems with the engine. So they take about 3 hours of putting on heaters and heating it up really slowly. That's your biggest thing with flying in these cold temperatures, is heating the airplane up slowly, so you don't have hydraulic leaks, oil leaks, and even cracked windows.
Yeah, and I guess especially here at the South Pole, it's what's -25 today.
Yeah, this is a warm day.
Yeah, it's a warm day.
Early in the season and late in the season, we'll come down here and it'll be right around negative 40. So
-45, -50 are limitations for us to operate down
So
here.
speaking of the fact that you guys are here with the engines powered off and everything, what got you here? What's with the delay?
Yeah, normally we never shut down at the South Pole. We came here initially for a pole mission, bring a piece of cargo and offload as much fuel as we could, turn around and go back home to McMurdo. But weather dramatically decreased on our return flight, and we decided as a crew that it was our best it was our best decision to turn around and come back here for the night.
Safe.
And the weather actually turned while you were in the air?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. So the forecast weather is such, and it progressively got worse, which
Right.
this is known as the worst place in the world to forecast weather. I'd never want to be one of those folks. They
Right.
tried very hard, but things change very drastically and quickly, as they did for us yesterday.
Right. So you're sitting in the air getting the weather forecast in McMurdo, thinking
Yeah.
this is not going to happen.
Yeah, we keep an eye on the trends, the observations, ask for special observations,
Right.
and it's part of the experience. Like I said, the one thing different about the LC-130 is our crews. The amount of experience and training that we get is a bit unique. So anyhow, through a lot of the knowledge that was on the airplane, our aircraft commanders, he's an old goat. He's 20-some years of flying these airplanes.
Yep.
This is the last year, actually.
This is his last season.
He's retiring.
Right on.
But just through all that, we're like, yeah, it's not a good idea to press. So we turned around, and it turned out the weather turned worse. And as you know, we're here for an additional day.
Yeah,
So
right.
it looks like it got socked in. So
Yeah, we're thankful for it because as of right now, we would be sitting at the whiteout area. This would be about 24 hours right now. Sitting on the plane, we'd be out of gas right
and we'd
now.
all be huddled up trying to keep warm.
Oh man.
We would be in a real survival
That'd be a
situation.
pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hotel C-130.
Mm,
All right. Well, for the time being, it's good to have you guys here at the South Pole.
That's great to be here.
Thanks.
And thanks for your time.
thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
Cool. Sweet.
Like I said, this is the 92. This is our newest models that we have out of our 10
Okay.
LC-130s equipped with the skis. And big differences for the cockpit here is this McCaw's panel. It's just basically that panel right there will flash at you with a quick verbiage on telling you, hey, something's going wrong.
Gotcha.
The modifications, we have very little modifications we can do, especially with our specialized mission. The biggest modification on these aircraft are, of course, the skis,
Right.
the hydraulic system.
Right.
So as far as the smallest thing to even change the navigation system, it's a lot of money, a lot of research, and a lot of approval. So we fly a standard military platform and make it work for what we do.
Gotcha.
The difference is that we have specialized training for the crews. You couldn't just, any old normal C-130 pilot, nav, engineer, they couldn't come down here and just do what we do.
Right.
A lot of folks think they can. They might be able to fumble around, but there's very specific training, and there's years and years of training that this isn't exactly a science, as a lot of flying is aerodynamics. There's quite an art to what we do. Every day is different. If anybody snow skis, you know, especially in the Northeast like yourself, you get your days where it's mashed potato snow, where you're on ice, friction. It's really, really difficult.
So-
That's what's neat about it.
So in this giant plane, coming in for landing. You're not only looking at the plane, but you're looking at snow conditions.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
big time.
Wow.
There's the Strugi, you have winds.
Right.
We have limitations. The airplane is very, very capable, especially on wheels. If you know anything about the Hercs, they have so many variations. You can land on dirt, you can land on gravel.
Right.
You do basically everything but land on water, as some people even ask at air shows.
Once is the
Once
answer.
is the answer.
I noticed the other day when, I'm not sure if it was you guys, but a Herc was about to start taxiing here, and they actually retracted the ski, put the wheel down to brake, right, so that you can do a little run up.
Well, what it does is it breaks it. You come up on skis, you build up your friction. The skis built up more friction than you would think. So if you stop and leave your skis for 10 minutes, you're going to freeze to the snow.
What, do they just freeze in
Freeze the
there?
snow. So what we're doing is we cycle the landing gear and skis, so
you're
it
just-
breaks it free. And as I said, as the skis come back down, add a little bit of power,
Right.
and try to get on moving.
It's kind of. So I hear there's a sextant antenna on this LC-130. Can you give me a 1 minute explanation?
Okay. Well, it's not exactly a sextant antenna. This is the sextant antenna, but this is for our communication devices that we use. That's using the sextant port. So we actually have a sextant, which is an ancient instrument, as most aviators will know,
Right.
used for grid navigation, and that's what we do. Our navigators, as they go through their primary training as well, I don't even believe, I might be wrong, but I don't think that training is given in formal training anymore. We teach it back at Schenectady.
But so you're saying if you need to, you can take the sextant in that box and use it in this port. Use it in this port here.
Cell shots, celestial nav.
Right.
Exactly. Yep, we do that, and we do it on a routine basis. Our navigator, they have requirements on his way from Christchurch to McMurdo. Spent 6 or so hours doing that navigation with the stars.
That's incredible.
Yep.
Cool. And so both cargo go in here as well as passengers along the walls, right?
Correct. We can carry either 6 pallets up to about 60,000 pounds of cargo, or up to 92 people.
92 people.
92 people fit on this.
Nice. Where's the bathroom?
We have one bathroom that is a urinal.
Okay.
And if you want to pan over here, I'll show you our wonderful urinal.
Oh, look, right there.
And there's a lid right there.
Yeah, and there's a little curtain.
Urinal. And in the very back, you see the oxygen regulator there. There's a fold down step, and that is the fully serviceable toilet. Flushes, does the whole 9.
Interesting. And I see in the back, it kind of the floor kind of slopes up. That whole thing opens.
That's our cargo ramp and door. Yes, it opens. 10 foot 3 inches wide, 10 feet tall. It can fit another full-size pallet on the ramp, weighing up to 5,000 pounds.
Cool. One other question for you. I see along some of the doors, there's a green and a red light. What are those lights for?
We actually use those lights for airdrops.
Can we go take a look?
Yeah, sure. We can't illuminate them today because we don't have our battery plugged in. But there's 7 lights on this plane. We actually have 2 in the far back next to the anchor cable lines. And 2 by the parachute doors, because that's where you'd be looking if you're going to jump out of the plane as a paratrooper.
Okay, gotcha.
Jump master has this light here. He's going to be standing right here, passing all the jump static lines back. And we have one in the front to hold on, because there's actually a T-handle for me in the front in case I needed to pull a parachute that would be deployed out of the bomb rack.
Gotcha. Cool. So, well, thank you very much for the tour.
Yeah, glad to help you out.
All right. So there's one more special modification with this LC-130. What's the deal?
Yeah, one of the modifications is that we have compared to any of the other C-130s is we're the last C-130s to use what they call Jada.
What's that?
Jet Assist Takeoff. JATO. And what we do is we attach 4 rockets per side, so 8 total. And then what it does is it assists us for taking off of the snow, usually with the sticky snow conditions and whatnot. And it gives us roughly 15,000 inch-pounds of thrust for approximately 14 seconds.
Wow! So
roughly a 5th engine.
So these are jets that help you.
Rockets.
Rockets.
Right.
So
These are rockets.
Solid rocket fuel.
Okay. Okay.
Best way to explain is like the Estes rockets when we were kids.
Yep.
That rocket fuel, same thing. We're talking 140 pounds total weight. So I don't know the exact number of how much fuel it is.
And so you can turn these on or off, or you just hit the button and it goes.
Once they get fired, there's no stopping them. They burn until they're done.
How's that feel? How's that feel when you hit the button?
Well, usually the plane is so heavy, you hear it and you might feel a little bit. It's not. It doesn't put you back in the seat. I mean, like Loadmaster here said, it's like adding a 5th engine for approximately 14 seconds. But
usually when we would use Jada, it's so sluggish and the snow is either so sticky or we can't get moving because we're so heavy that it's negligible when you press the button.
Gotcha.
But it's just enough sometimes to get us to break
enough.
us from the snow.
So let's see. So these are the mounts for the Jada.
These pins come out and these slides go in. It's relatively simple to load up, and then you hitch up the wire for the igniters right here, and then the igniters screw in on the front side of the rocket. That's it.
Wow, that is amazing. Cool. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alrighty. These are the skis you were talking about, right?
Yes. Obviously, this is no ski, and we can select to land on snow or concrete.
That's pretty incredible.
Right now, we are on the wheels down configuration, meaning the wheels are sticking below the skis, so we can land on concrete or ice or anything. But for the most part, here is we can land on skis. This is supposed to
All right. Cool. All right, let's get inside. It's cold out.